Welcome back to Scaled Modelers SMKR. This is your host, Steve. I'm super excited because Eagle Moss has teamed up with SMKR to bring you another fantastic build your own series, and that happens to be the Back to the Future DeLorean. So let's look at issue 1. In issue 1, we received the magazine, life-size poster of the DeLorean, and a parts breakdown poster of the time machine. Pretty nice. The full-size poster, pretty cool also. And lastly, we receive the parts. So with this issue, we get the screwdriver and a bunch of parts for the bumper and the tail lights. I'll take these out of the blister pack and we'll get a closer look. Let's look at issue 1 magazine. Broken down by table of contents, which comprise of drive time, the futurist, time trials, and a time traveler's guide. You can see they show all the parts that are included with issue 1, and they take us through step by step on assembling issue 1. Very nice illustrations. Part numbers for the screws, and then we start getting articles about the movie, The Futurist, time trials with the DeLorean. I had an uncle that worked at the DeLorean factory many years ago. The design. And lastly, a little article about Michael J. Fox and what we'll receive in issue 2. In this issue, we receive a screwdriver. We also receive the bumper rear section, which is all metal. We receive the DeLorean engraved rear bumper assembly. That's plastic. We receive the lower bumper fascia section, which is plastic also. We receive the license plate base, the license plate itself, out of time, the stickers. We receive the tail light frame, the lights themselves, the clear lights themselves, the orange turn signal, red, and backup light white. We receive the plate holder, which is in clear plastic, and screws. We receive 9 AP screws and 7 BP screws. The first step is to assemble the rear bumper assembly, and you can see our rear section of the car is all metal. Very nice. And the lower fascia, all in plastic. And then we have our BP screws here that we're going to use. I think we're going to install 4 of these screws. So our first step is to turn it over like that, and we're going to turn this over, and I believe this bumper assembly goes on top of the plastic part, just like that. And you can see it's kind of flush mounted there. And we'll turn it back over, and we're going to put 4 screws in it. And the screws that we're going to put in are actually going to go into this right here, and on the end, right there, and right here. So I'm going to put the middle ones in first. I'm going to put them in loosely, all of them in loose, and then we'll tighten them down. Screwdriver is nice because it is magnetized, so we can pick up our screws with it. Like I said, it's the BP screw. Pretty easy going. And the last screw. We'll just make sure they're all tight. And there we have it. All secured. Next we assemble the tail light cover. We simply turn over the tail light itself, just like that. And we put snap into parts. So this one snaps in there, like that. Then we'll snap in the red one here. Just like that. And then the other red one, we take care that goes in the right way. Just like that. And lastly, the backup lights. And there they are. Looks very nice. Then we get our taillight frame assembly, and we're going to install that on this. So we see there's a slot here that this slots into. Just like that. And then we're going to put the screws in on the back, which require two more BP screws. Once it's slotted in, then we're going to put a screw in on the back side, and it just takes one screw. We're going to put that in right here. That is a BP screw. I want to hold it in place while I screw it in. And it looks like it's in place. And it looks like we have openings here for lights. Very cool. Next we're going to assemble the license plate. First thing we do is we put the license plate in the license plate holder. We're going to install 2 AP screws. These screws are a little bit smaller than the BP screws. turn it over, and we will have to hold it in place as we do so. There's one in. Put that in. These are self-tapping screws. And there you have it. Now we got to screw in the lights also, and they simply just go down on top like that into the holes right there. And once again, these get screwed in with AP screws also. And we'll have to hold it in place a little bit as we do that. Got one in. And do the second one. And there you have it. And the last step we do is we put on the bumper pad, the Delorean bumper pad, and it just snaps in place for now. Just like that. Perfect. Looks great. Looks like our license plate will go in here later. Like that. But they don't have us put it in just yet. And that's all we do for issue 1 of Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. This has been fun. Really, we built a lot in this issue, so I'm looking forward to this one. Stay tuned for issue 2. So that was issue 1. Stay tuned for issue 2 as we proceed with the Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. Happy modeling, everybody. Take care.